guys, welcome to Crypto Big Deal. Right, lighting's not too brilliant. I have just a bit of fun. That's all it is. Crypto, sometimes you can't take it too seriously and stuff like that. But when I was watching this is RT sort of news and that. Max Kaiser is hilarious to watch. I mean, this guy's called so many things. We'll cover him in more detail, I think, in other videos. So if you are watching this and you want to learn more, stay tuned. But watch this. This is just kind of made me giggle, but also made me concerned as well. Okay, so listen.
Markets are undergoing a severe inflection point, and those on the periphery are now driving the center. It's wacko time, but much needed. Let's get into it. Stacy.
Right, Max Kaiser report identified the crucial moment in this shift in an epoch, and that was when we lost control of the price signal. And the most important price signal of all is the cost of money. And when interest rates went negative a few years ago, this was the beginning of an exit from an organized system, like, say, the Roman Empire, right? We had the Roman Empire. They organized the entire world, that known world at that time, pretty much, with the weights and measures, calendars. They came in with organizing principles of how to organize it. And then they started clipping coins, right? And then price signal got lost. Barbarians came in, and what followed was a dark ages run by the Vatican, where you saw in the ensuing few hundred years, you saw like inquisitions, and then the bubonic plague hit, and nobody had the ability to reason any longer, and so they couldn't even deal with this, the bubonic plague wiping out half of Europe. They didn't have an answer for it. So when I look at today, and I look at the fact that we're a few years after the loss of that price signal of the basic foundation of the monetary organizing principle around the world, then we have this pandemic that hits. And it just seems like we've been here locked down for over 10 months, and it just really seems like it's the equivalent of the Vatican, the Catholic Church at that time of the late 1300s, is like, they don't have an answer. They don't have a response to what is going on because they've lost that ability. Now, the Dark Ages back in the Middle Ages, they ended when the florin was powerful. And once again, people had faith and trust in the unit of account, the organizing monetary principle. Price signals were sent back, delivered back into the people when they needed it.
Well, right. Very spooky stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought that was quite funny to show. So the other thing as well I was going to say is obviously you've heard some news. You might have heard this already. That's what I'm saying. I'm only sharing it because of it's interesting. Elon Musk is a supporter of Bitcoin. So let's listen to what he's got to say. Guy asked him, "What's your thoughts on cryptocurrency?"
Yeah, I gotta watch what I say here because some of these things can really move the market. So, first of all, I should say many friends of mine have tried to convince me to get involved in Bitcoin for a long time, like from when it first just popped, it popped out there. A friend of my bully, he actually had Bitcoin cake, a cake that was like had a bit sort of Bitcoin symbol on it, and he fed me a slice of Bitcoin cake in 2013. So, I mean, clearly I should have at least bought some Bitcoin 8 years ago. What about being late to the party? So I was a little slow on the uptake there. My apologies. But I think about it for a bit. But I do at this point think Bitcoin is a good thing. So I am a supporter of Bitcoin. Like I said, I'm late to the party, but I'm a supporter of Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin is really on the verge of getting broad acceptance by sort of the conventional finance people, So occasionally I make jokes about Dogecoin, but they are really just meant to be jokes. But Dogecoin is made as a joke to make fun of cryptocurrencies, obviously. But fate loves irony, and often, as a friend of mine said, the most ironic outcome is most likely, or as I like to say, the most entertaining outcome is often the most likely, and arguably the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.
Don't buy Doge. Don't buy Dogecoin. That's
Oh my
another
god.
joke. The richest man in the world saying he's a big supporter of Bitcoin. Woohoo! Let's go to the moon.